now that we have finished registering our WordPress application in Microsoft Entra Portal, we need to connect the WordPress web application with this app registration in Microsoft Entra ID. And to do that, we need to basically configure WPO 365 and tell WPO 365 with what tenant and what application it should connect. To do that, I will start by copying the directory ID. I click the icon to copy the ID to the clipboard, and I switch to my tab where I have my WordPress admin open and where I am already on the WPO 365 configuration pages. After that, I installed the WPO 365 Microsoft Graph Mailer plugin. If you would have installed the WPO 365 login plugin, it will look a little bit the same. You have just more tabs here at the top. So in this case, we navigate to the Mail tab, and the first thing that we notice is that by default, sending emails with Microsoft Graph is not enabled. So I toggle it to enable WordPress to send emails using Microsoft Graph. Once I have toggled it, I can see that my page has changed and the registration form for my Azure Active Directory app registration appears. And I just copied the directory tenant ID already. So I just click in the field and I click paste, and the ID, the GUID, is entered here. I return to Microsoft Entra Portal. I copy the application ID and I switch back to my tab, and again here I paste the application ID. Make sure that you don't mix up these two or you get errors later on, of course. And then I need to enter my application client secret. You may remember that we created this in a previous step and that I copied this in a notepad temporarily. So I go back to this notepad, I copy the secret, and I paste the secret as well in this field. And as soon as the four parameters, directory ID, application ID, client secret, and redirect URI are entered, the application will ask whether it shall check the status. Well, at this point, we don't need to check the status because there is more to do. So I simply click cancel, or you can ignore it. So I just mentioned also the redirect URI. I haven't entered it, but by default, it proposes to use the website's home page address. So basically make sure that you check that this is indeed your home page, that the correct URL has been selected. And if that is the case, we can continue to the next step.